Next on CTN News.
We've committed that we'll keep the building open through the summer.
Plans unveiled for a major renovation project at the Springbrook Nature Center will have details. Plus, a familiar face joins the Coon Rapids City Council as the new Ward 4 representative. But first,
well, the more we can do to try to get people to be safe, the better off everyone is.
A big boost for DWI enforcement efforts in Coon Rapids. That tops CTN News this Friday, February 6th, 2015. Thanks for joining us. On Tuesday night, the City Council accepted a federal grant to hire a full-time DWI officer.
Coon Rapids is just one of 12 agencies across the state to receive the funding. CTN's Joe Nelson looked into the duties of the new officer and how the new position could make the city safer. Joe?
Steve and Karen, officers patrol these streets day and night, but none are devoted strictly to drunk driving enforcement. Coon Rapids police say having this new position will help the city save time, money, and lives.
I've seen the full gamut from arresting the drunk driver all the way to seeing a drunk driver take someone's life on the road.
Over the past 22 years, Coon Rapids patrol officer Steve Bieberg has seen the impacts of drinking and driving on a community.
The amount of intoxication that people have is a lot higher than what I used to see.
The Department of Public Safety noticed. With federal dollars, the state offered help to counties and cities in need. After submitting applications, both the Coon Rapids Police Department and the Anoka County Sheriff's Office were awarded grants for a new officer and squad car designated for DWI patrol.
It's great for the citizens of Coon Rapids. They get to have a person who's dedicated to trying to save lives, keeping people from having alcohol crashes.
It's going to be able to really target a specific problem and arrest those drivers that are under the influence without tying up our normal patrol officers. It's an absolute win-win for the city and for the citizens.
Captain John Urquhart says the new officer will work evenings, holidays, and weekends when drinking and driving arrests are more common.
By going out and looking proactively for people who are driving impaired, we're making a big dent in people getting hurt and killed from impaired driving.
Even just one guy specifically looking for this is really going to take a bite out of the DUI cases that we see in the future.
The grant lasts for 4 years, but it could be extended. The position will be an internal hire, and the police department expects several current officers to apply. Steve and Karen?
All right, Joe, thanks. A man who tried to stop his roommate from driving drunk was allegedly stabbed on Super Bowl Sunday. Police say the incident happened just after 10 p.m. at Billy's Bar in downtown Anoka. The victim, a 51-year-old man, was taken to Mercy Hospital for treatment of a non-life-threatening wound to the stomach. The suspect, a 41-year-old Anoka man, was arrested but later released as the investigation continues.
Bail has been set for the man shot by police last month after allegedly breaking into a Blaine home. 29-year-old Lamar Sullivan Armstrong faces multiple charges, including attempted aggravated robbery, burglary, and assault. Bail has been set at $1.5 million. Sullivan Armstrong is accused of kicking in the front door of a home on 92nd Avenue early January 22nd, grabbing knives from the kitchen and threatening the homeowner. Authorities say as officers entered the house, Sullivan Armstrong refused to drop the knife, and that's when he was shot. He was treated at the hospital before being booked into jail.
The Minnesota Supreme Court has upheld the murder conviction against a Coon Rapids man. 57-year-old Patrick Benton is serving a life sentence for the 2011 killing of his girlfriend after a jury found him guilty of both first and second-degree murder. Susan Courteau was found dead inside her apartment on the 10,000 block of Hanson Boulevard in October of 2011. Authorities say Courteau had Benton removed from her home because he was drinking and scaring her. He then returned later that day and stabbed her to death. His appeal focused on several issues, including insufficient evidence and ineffective counsel. There's no longer a vacant seat on the Coon Rapids City Council.
I, Jennifer Geisler,
Do solemnly swear.
At Tuesday night's City Council meeting, Jennifer Geisler was sworn in as the new Ward 4 representative. She was selected from a field of 10 applicants for the position, left vacant after Jerry Cook became mayor last month. Geisler has been a member of the Coon Rapids Planning Commission since 2002 and the chairperson for the past 2 years.
There's a new face on the city's management team. Last week, Grant Fernelius started work as the new community development director for Coon Rapids. He replaces Mark Nowitzki, who left last fall for a position with the city of Golden Valley. Fernelius has been a community development director for the city of New Brighton for the past 10 years. He says he's delighted and happy to be working here in Coon Rapids. Anoka County community members gathered together this week to discuss ways to end homelessness.
Community Action Network hosted about 100 people for the hour-and-a-half forum at Unity Hospital in Fridley on Thursday. They highlighted the many individuals and organizations working to help the homeless become self-sufficient, then talked about gaps that are still existing to prevent others from getting the resources that they need.
One thing that we know about the county and just in general is we don't have enough housing resources to be able to house every single person that needs a home.
Community Action Network will discuss another hot topic at their May 7th meeting at Unity Hospital.
Plans were unveiled Monday night for an expansion project at the Springbrook Nature Center. The open house was the first chance for the public to see drawings for the 8,000 square foot addition to the Interpretive Center. The project got a $5 million boost last year from the state bonding bill. It includes classrooms, exhibit space, and a large multi-purpose room.
The addition portion will be built first, so they'll start actually working towards the parking lot and work their way back towards the existing structure of our interpretive center. So we're planning on being able to keep this existing building open through the coming summer.
The project starts in May and will take 14 months to complete. The building design will have lots of glass and include rain gardens and other interpretive features. The Springbrook Nature Center still plans to offer its popular summertime programs during the construction.
Well, despite declining gas prices last year, a ridership on mass transit actually increased. Transit providers in the Twin Cities gave around 97.7 million rides in 2014, a 3.5% increase from the previous year. Metro Transit says its buses and trains carried passengers on 84.5 million trips, marking the highest ridership since 1981. Officials say the new light rail line in St. Paul gave ridership numbers a big boost. The North Star commuter rail line logged more than 721,000 rides in 2014. The North Star line is extending its on-time guarantee through the month of February. If any weekday North Star trip is more than 10 minutes late, you get a refund of the paid fare, no questions asked. Metro Transit officials say 97% of North Star trips in January arrived within 5 minutes of schedule. A total of 700 customers signed up for the program. Reimbursements for eligible late trips will be made in mid-February. Still to come on CTN News, a big week for a Coon Rapids High School senior.
Plus, plenty of events to take part in as Snowflake Days continues. Also ahead, a first-of-its-kind event in Coon Rapids will take you to the Fix-It Clinic to see some of the things people brought in for repair.
And some local youth team up with college students at Anoka Ramsey for a musical adaptation of a classic fairy tale. A Coon Rapids High School student has signed to join a college football team in North Dakota.
But he won't be wearing a helmet. On National Signing Day Wednesday, Easton Sorensen announced he'll be attending the University of Jamestown in North Dakota, where he will serve as a student assistant coach under scholarship. Easton played center for the Coon Rapids Cardinals, but after taking a hit in the first game this season, he discovered he had a rare brain disorder called Chiari malformation and could never play again. He had surgery and has recovered and returned to school. The disorder ended his dream of playing college football, but a team that had been watching his play still saw potential.
It was a gift that, never could have imagined. I didn't even know it was a thing that I could get a, coaching scholarship, but I'm blessed to be able to still be a part of the sport that I love.
Easton says he plans on majoring in secondary education or social studies at the University of Jamestown.
The first ever Fix-It Clinic in Coon Rapids is being called a success. Last weekend, more than 30 residents took part. The opportunity to have items that were not working properly fixed by volunteers. They brought in everything from antique toasters and lamps to radios and vacuum cleaners. Just 4 items couldn't be fixed. In all, 200 pounds of the 288 pounds of broken items were kept out of the trash.
A staff member in Hennepin County is the person who's created this program. And it's just kind of grown from there.
Since then, the city of Andover has hosted 2 events and has another Fix-It Clinic coming up in May. We're told Coon Rapids will likely hold another Fix-It Clinic in the future.
Local kids participated in a treasure hunt of sorts last weekend as part of Snowflake Days.
Ready, set, go!
The kids' medallion hunt took place last Saturday behind Fire Station 1 off Egret Boulevard. There were 2 different hunts, one for girls ages 5 to 10 and a second hunt for the boys. And for the second year in a row, Isabella Nelson, who's now 7, won the girls' hunt. 6-year-old Manuel Gutierrez won the boys' hunt. Each winner received a $200 gift certificate to Jerry Schwinn in Anoka, courtesy of Coon Rapids Firefighters Local 1935. After a successful inaugural tournament last year, Snowflake Days organizers brought back pickleball for the 2015 celebration. This year's pickleball tournament was held last Saturday at Coon Rapids High School. Both men's and women's teams took part. Pickleball, a racket sport which combines elements of badminton, tennis, and table tennis, has become popular in many areas of the country in recent years. Dozens of people warmed up Thursday night with a hot bowl of chili at the Coon Rapids American Legion. The second annual Chili Challenge is a Snowflake Days event and fundraiser for Hope for Youth, a homeless shelter in Anoka. 7 local civic organizations, along with the police and fire departments, served up their favorite chili recipes. The winner of the Chili Challenge will be announced on February 15th. Snowflake Days continues this weekend with the Junior Royalty Pageant at 1 o'clock Saturday at Coon Rapids High School. Also Saturday, a family sledding party is planned from 5:30 to 8:30 at Wintercrest Park. On Sunday, a beanbag tournament is taking place at the Coon Rapids American Legion. Also Sunday, the first ever hot chocolate and canvas event goes from 10 a.m. to noon at the Legion. For a small fee, kids will be able to paint their own canvas. And Sunday night from 5:30 to 7:30, the Coon Rapids Ice Center is hosting a fun night of skating and activities on both the indoor and outdoor rinks. Then Thursday night, a Martin Zeller concert will take place at Bunker Hills from 8 to 10 p.m. For a complete list of Snowflake Days events, tune over to CTN Info Channel 14.
A unique production hits the stage this weekend at Anoka Ramsey Community College.
Bend your knees. Splashing, please.
Students are staging Honk, a musical adaptation of The Ugly Duckling, story by Hans Christian Andersen. The cast includes more than 20 college students, teamed up with 9 child actors, performing together for the first time on such a large stage.
I'm the Ugly Duckling's sister, one of them, and I'm really mean to him.
I play Ida, and I play the Ugly Duckling's mother. And basically what she does is when the Ugly Duckling goes missing, she goes out instantly and finds him. She's the only one that really cares for Ugly and doesn't find him that ugly at all.
You can catch performances of Honk this weekend and next at Anoka Ramsey Community College. Tickets can be purchased online at the college bookstore or at the door 1 hour prior to each performance.
Now maybe movies are more your thing. Well, there's 3 of them hitting the big screen this weekend. Howie Shapiro takes a look in this week's Now Showing.
What is this place? Uh-oh.
The SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. SpongeBob goes on a quest to discover a stolen recipe that takes him to our world, where he tangles with a pirate.
Mr. Super Awesomeness, take him down. Maybe we should have picked a better superpower for you, Patrick.
I've seen Harvest.
Never, but I've heard they feel no pain.
Jupiter Ascending. In a bright and colorful future, a young woman travels with a genetically engineered warrior to the planet in order to stop an evil tyrant's reign.
What about the girl? Still alive. Bring her to me.
Our world is divided between light and darkness. You are the 7th son of a 7th son.
7th son, young Thomas, is apprenticed to the local shaman to learn to fight evil spirits.
That is disgusting. What does that kill?
Cowardice.
I'm Howie Shapiro, and that's what's showing.
Nice variety. Thank you, Howie.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you back here again next week.